The Sign of the Times, episode 517 from this undisclosed plant. Undisclosed plant, where my botany expert, Beast Barnett, will probably study this plant, this one right here, and he'll let us know what exact plant that is, and I'll report back in episode 518. So Beast Barnett has some work cut out for him this week. That's why he's a botany expert. Botany's one of his great passions in life, for the people that love his snaps. There's Chicken Bob. Chicken Bob wondering what type of plant that is as well. He doesn't know, but he's sure Beast Barnett will tell him. There's the JB Moonshine t-shirt. You can buy some of those if JB ever brings his merchandise to a show near you. Sometimes he just leaves it, packs it up in his home, takes off to a show without his merchandise. Who does that? It's not like the fans go to your basement and rifle through the merchandise. You got to bring it with you. And I got a picture of Seymour's not proud member of the Gouge roster. He's the Gouge champion right now, as a matter of fact. There's a picture of old Ken Hamlin throwing a rock through a McDonald's. He was for words when WWE recently pulled a rib. They're like airing ads of SmackDown coming to Seattle. Paid for ads on television to do this. And they're like, we were never coming. We were going to Oklahoma City, and they high-fived Clay Bennett right in front of old Ken Hamlin, who has tears streaming down his cheeks. He was very hurt by that rib. There's the Twitter where you can follow me, but not literally. Much like Dylan Bostic does, or much like Gregor Petrov does. They both do. I don't know if Dylan Bostic ever fought Gregor Petrov, but maybe I'll try to confirm that. I did confirm Corbin versus Celsius has happened in Salem, Oregon. It definitely has. So there's the confirmation. Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, which you may be watching right about now. Right about now, you may be watching it on YouTube. Autographed picture, or not autographed, but it's a picture of what it looks like at Stephen P. News office. He accidentally Lance Deaned us the other day. He was on a conference call concerning that opioid case he's working on in West Virginia. Missed the show, but he'll be back. We rescheduled it. It was an understandable Lance Dean. The AC program. Autograph picture of Kevin Sullivan. Here's what Paul Freakshine and John Lennon looked like before they had that big falling out about 25 plus years ago. Way more than that, like 45 years ago, I guess. Here's Paul and Wonderful Zach. They were a power pit, I believe. While the rest of his freak show. He's Casey Carlisle. You can get pictures like that at CaseyCarlisle.com. That's CaseyCarlisle.com. Those are only 50 views. There's Team Bad News. There's another member, Casey Carlisle. You can get pictures like that at CaseyCarlisle.com. Some of those. That one's a great one. Fantastic one there. Those. Some of those. There she is with a lot of belts. There she is. Smaller form. Pillow picture, QT's favorite. I got that for QT out of a little free library. Eventually I'll get it to him. Pamphlet for the Sign of the Times. Demon and Bunny Coffee. Current book I'm reading, They Bleed Blue. I didn't know that Tommy Lasorda lied to the newspapers when he managed in Spokane, Washington. He'd call them up, give the results of the game. He made the results up. The fans were like, wow, this team's undefeated. They won over 100 games. They had not. Lasorda made it up. Then eventually he got to the Dodgers. He couldn't do that because people were on to it. But he messing with the newspapers. They won every game according to Lasorda. Well, I'm a busy man this week. I have become the personal referee for Christopher Ryseck and Christian Andes at Timber Pro Wrestling. Timber down with the Moonshiners. They should have trained harder, but instead, in what was labeled by most fans as the cleanest, most well-officiated match in the history of in the history of professional wrestling, DTF beat the Moonshiners. Lance Dean said, I'll get DTF, and I know the DTF stands for Dirt Poor Floors. It doesn't even match the letters, but he came up with that. It's supposed to match the letters, but Lance Dean didn't know that. He just gave a thumbs up and drank some dish soap. That's what he did. It didn't help him win the match. I was officially licensed, and Christopher Ryseck put me under contract. My clause in there where I was personal referee, right next to his no hits to the face clause. If the Moonshiners can't hit him in the face, I'd disqualify him and strip him of their wrestling licenses. Well, that's going on. Sunday, on Turnbuckle Terminal, we have Stephen Bonner. He was in the UFC. He's done pro wrestling. He fought Diafula Dabashi in Tacoma. He's done a lot of things. We'll talk to him. Coach will probably want to know what his favorite main course is, if he's going to have fava beans as his side dish. Maybe Beast Barnett will call in and ask him about his match with Sideshow. I don't know. Something will happen. Then I got to beeline to Portland for blue collar wrestling. Maybe KD Moonshine will have merchandise there. Maybe he'll bring the square and the instruction book so he can operate it. I don't know. Monday, Tuesday, not much going on. Wednesday, maybe I'll go grab a juice somewhere, maybe some juice. Thursday, pretty open. Next Friday is Casey Carlisle's birthday, so a national holiday hitting us. And then on the show we have Eric Smalls. He wrestles for Micro Championship Wrestling. Coach will probably want to know if he wears a size small t-shirt. I don't know. Come up with something. But the review from this undisclosed plant. We don't know if Petrov and Boston could pop, but I'll investigate that. I've become the personal official for Ryseck and Andes. Sunday on Turnbuckle, Stephen Bonner. Coach has mentioned this at least 3 times in his stint on Turnbuckle Terminal. Then I got a beeline to Portland for blue collar wrestling, and Coach probably won't be, but he could. I don't know why Coach wouldn't be there. Maybe he wants to go down by a Moonshiner t-shirt on Monday. It's pretty much looking free. Tuesday, not much. Wednesday, maybe some juice somewhere. Thursday, pretty open. Next Friday, we have Eric Smalls. So, pretty much episode 517.